So with that, want to say new year, new logic. So I want to welcome everyone to World Logic Day. As Chelsea mentioned, it's a global initiative that takes place in over 33 countries. So I'm going to put up here, if everyone can see. So this is a look at all the different countries where World Logic Day has been held. And so we are today the very last one taking place in January, down here at the bottom. This is us. So typically, the World Logic Days are held by philosophy and mathematics departments, where they're focusing primarily on formal logic. So the study of propositions, statements, or assertively used sentences and deductive arguments. But our focus today is on informal logic and logical fallacies, and exploring the intersection between logic and decision-making. Logical fallacies are pervasive in our daily lives, especially in the media and politics. Politicians employ them for for-profit motives, leading to what we know as misinformation. So there may be logical fallacies like straw-manning the opponent's argument, where you intentionally misrepresent their argument to make it easier to refute, or exaggerate it to the point that they seem like their argument is not credible. They may appeal to emotion, using language, strong language to evoke an emotion, rather than the actual supporting sound reasoning. They may use slippery slope language, arguing that a decision or a policy will then lead to all of these negative consequences without providing adequate evidence for each step in that process. Or appeals to authority, where they bring in a celebrity who has no expertise on the topic, but that person garners trust and tears down the fabric of expertise. And lastly, to mention one other is false cause. So, having a correlation is not causation. So claiming that because of this was the cause and this is the effect. So unfortunately, these logical fallacies are tactics that are not just taught to and adopted, but they're widely celebrated as a way to win argument, but they are not what is furthering true productive democracy. So it's time to arm ourselves by understanding and being able to recognize more of these logical fallacies. So now you may wonder, well, what does logic have to do with politics and democracy? So I'd like to read a dissent from Supreme Court Justice Sotomayor after the 6-3 decision where the court ruled that businesses may refuse services to LGBTQ people if doing so contradicts religious beliefs. She argues the ruling has implicitly allowed further racial discrimination. She said apparently a gay or lesbian couple might buy a wedding website for their straight friends. This logic would be amusing if it were not so embarrassing. I suppose the Heart of Atlanta Motel could have argued that black people may still rent rooms for their white friends. She then goes on to say, although the consequences of today's decision might be the most pressing for the LGBTQ community, the decision's logic cannot be limited solely to discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. The symbolic effect of the decision is to mark gays and lesbians for second-class citizens. The potential implications of the court's logic are deeply troubling. So in other words, she is arguing that social justice happens through better decision logic. So today is also about better decision making, where logic is a tool or a component of decision making. We at Logic Tree view logic as the ability to ask all of the right questions, understand all of your options, and ultimately select the best choice when making a decision. And decision making is something that we all have to do. We all make decisions every day. Some of us, what we will learn in school, what we will learn after school, how we'll spend our free time. Others, what career we might pursue, who we will vote for in the upcoming elections, and how we might take charge of our finances for financial freedom. So today is also about decision making. And all of us collectively form our society and our democracy. Our democracy is only effective insofar as we all vote informed. And democracy is not about you voting one way or the other. And I'm not here to tell you which way to vote. I'm here to tell you that being knowledgeable about all of your options and voting informed is what matters. So today is also about democracy and how we create more healthy, safe space for productive debate. And as someone myself that grew up in a divided household with endless arguments of left and right political views, I hope to see a future with more attempts to better understand one another. And we at Logic Tree believe that logic is that tool to better understanding. Through better understanding, we can end hate. Through better understanding, we can end discrimination. And it creates for more collaboration. Now, understanding begins with asking questions. Questions allow us to dive deeper into understanding why someone feels the way they do and understanding the decisions they make. When someone, for example, decides to vote the way they do, they can only truly be understood through an honest, inquisitive interest through questions. Not only do questions help us better understand other people's decisions, questions help us guide our own decisions. When we are making a decision, a natural desire is to jump to the answers. So for example, if you ask your friends, where should I move? They might immediately respond with, well, Colorado, Utah, New York. They might immediately jump to the answers that are mostly reflective of what they would want. They project onto you answers that they would pick for themselves. Now, if you ask an expert on this topic, they would respond with, well, what do you do for work? What do you do for fun? What do you look for in a city? They would first respond by asking clarifying questions to better understand you before making a recommendation that is truly best for you. So the true value that experts bring is the knowledge of what are these clarifying questions that you ask, and what are all of the possible options that are available. And based on all of your answers, which choices are best for you? In other words, the true value that experts bring is their logic. Now, we're excited to show you all something we are launching here today. So here at World Logic Day, we are launching our first ever decision engine. So you may have used search engines like Google, which are great for searching for information. You may have used generative AI like ChatGPT, which is great for generating information. Neither of these, however, are optimized for helping you make the best decision. Search engines are mostly pay-to-play advertisements. Generative AI takes humans and experts out of the loop. Our decision engine is the only tool that combines the best of both worlds. It combines artificial intelligence and human intelligence to bring you logical intelligence. And only logical intelligence can truly help inform you on how to make the best decision. So this is a brief look. Let's see. This is a brief look at what we've launched. There's a demo outside if you want to see more. But imagine a place that can help walk you through making decisions, but most importantly, guide you through the questions. So things like, what vehicle should I purchase? What car should I purchase? And then walking you through what are all the different questions that you might need to evaluate to most effectively make that decision. With this product, you can ask any decision. So I encourage everyone, give this a shot. Try to go up here, ask any question like, where should I travel next? And then if it's been answered, you'll see it below. If not, click this and it will generate it on the fly. So if you are an expert on a topic, we want to talk to you. We need your help reviewing these decision guides to ensure that they are asking all of the right questions. And we encourage, again, everyone try that out. Next time you have a decision, try asking it and really pay attention to the questions that it asks you. It may ask you things that you've never even considered, questions that you may have never thought were relevant in the decision-making process. And now there's one more thing that's truly powerful about asking better questions. Questions expand our thinking. Questions help us problem solve more creatively. Questions help us challenge assumptions that may be wrong. Questions help us uncover new possible answer choices we didn't originally consider. And sometimes a question completely changes our entire view. So with that said, we have an exciting day ahead of us. You will hear from experts on the logic of global collaboration, the future of democracy, the future of strategic decision-making, the future of AI, the future of healthcare, and more. So I hope that everyone here today comes with an open mind, ready to learn. These experts have decades of experience and wisdom they want to share with you all today. The question is, what will you do with this wisdom? How will you take what you've learned today and integrate it into your life? How will you apply the wisdom in making better decisions? So I want everyone to leave here today thinking, what is one better decision I could make this week? What is one better decision that could lead to a better life? So today is about challenging beliefs, challenging assumptions, exploring new ways of thinking, and exploring new logic. Today is about keeping human intelligence ahead of artificial intelligence and experts in the loop at the center of decision making. We at Logic Tree believe logic equals better debate, better logic equals social justice, and better logic leads to a better life. So with that, it's a new year and it's time for new logic. Thank you, everyone.